Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Here are the top stories of the day as covered on Mega News. European leaders are set to meet at the European Council Summit, where discussions will focus on competitiveness, the situation in Ukraine, developments in the Middle East, and irregular migration. According to government sources, Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis will highlight the need for Europe to draw lessons from the 2022 energy crisis. He's expected to stress the importance of protecting citizens' purchasing power and to call for contingency plans that would allow temporary and targeted support for businesses and households if needed. Athens has expressed cautious support for proposals by the European Commission, while emphasizing that any measures should not create additional economic burdens. On the Middle East, Mitsotakis is expected to reaffirm Greece's support for the Republic of Cyprus, including the dispatch of warships and fighter aircraft alongside other EU member states. Greek officials also underlined the need for a broader European defense strategy addressing threats on both eastern and southern borders. At the same time, Athens continues to support a diplomatic approach towards Iran and maintains that Greece does not plan to participate in any operation in the Strait of Hormuz. A special repatriation flight carrying Greek citizens and their pets from Abu Dhabi arrived in Athens on Wednesday evening. The flight landed shortly after 7:30 p.m. at Athens International Airport, bringing back dozens of passengers along with their dogs and cats after days of uncertainty in the region. The operation was coordinated by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and is the first of its kind to include pets as part of the repatriation mission. Passengers described challenges in securing the necessary documentation for their animals, but said they were determined not to leave them behind. Many also referred to ongoing security concerns in the region, including missile and drone threats, as a reason for returning to Greece. Authorities and diplomatic missions were credited for coordinating the effort, as officials say the operation could serve as a model for future evacuations involving both citizens and their pets. The 23-year-old man accused of fatally stabbing a 20-year-old in Saloniki has been remanded in custody after testifying before a judge. Investigators say the case is increasingly linked to sports-related violence. Authorities believe tensions had been building before the incident, including previous attacks targeting a business owned by the suspect's father. According to reports, the victim and two others went to confront the suspect, leading to the fatal altercation. After the stabbing, the suspect allegedly contacted a friend for medical assistance for his own injuries and reached out to another individual connected to fan groups. Investigators say he disposed of the knife in a storm drain and discarded his clothes in a trash bin. Authorities are also examining messages exchanged after the incident as they work to reconstruct the sequence of events and determine the full circumstances of the case. Authorities have placed the island of Lesvos under quarantine after confirming cases of foot and mouth disease in livestock. The outbreak was officially confirmed on March 15th by the Athens Veterinary Center, prompting an immediate response from the Ministry of Rural Development and Food. The entire island has been designated a restricted zone with a total ban on the movement of animals from the island, including cattle, pigs, sheep and goats. Internal movement of livestock has also been prohibited, while slaughterhouses and dairy production facilities have been shut down. At the affected farm, authorities have ordered the culling and destruction of all livestock and related products. Foot and mouth disease is a highly contagious viral infection that spreads rapidly among animals through direct contact, contaminated equipment, and airborne transmission. Officials say the disease does not pose a risk to human health, but can have serious consequences for livestock production. The outbreak comes ahead of Easter, a key period for meat and dairy demand, raising concerns among farmers as containment measures disrupt their operations. Greece is facing a shift in weather conditions, with rain, thunderstorms, strong winds and snowfall expected across much of the country in the coming days. Meteorologists say today will mark the peak of the change as temperatures drop and unstable conditions spread nationwide. Rain is forecast in most regions, with heavier rainfall in the south, while thunderstorms are expected in the southern Ionian Sea, western mainland, the Peloponnese and Crete. Snowfall is expected in mountainous areas and may extend to semi-mountainous regions in central and southern Greece by tonight. At the same time, African dust remains in the atmosphere, reducing visibility and increasing the likelihood of muddy rain. Temperatures will fall across the mainland, with highs between 12 and 14 degrees Celsius, while slightly warmer conditions are expected in southeastern regions. Strong winds will affect both the Ionian and Aegean seas, reaching up to 8 Beaufort in some areas. The unsettled weather is expected to continue through the weekend. These were the top stories of the day as covered on Mega News.